When was the last time you actually paid for something with physical cash? T- Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I've got a question for you, and I want you to be honest. Not a card, not your phone, but actual bills and coins. For a lot of us, it's getting harder and harder to remember. You tap your card for coffee, scan a QR code for lunch, and buy almost everything else online. It feels like we're living in a world where cash is becoming a relic of the past. This raises a huge question. Is cash actually dying? Are we headed for a completely cashless future? Today, we're going to dive deep into the future of money and find out. Let's start by looking at the evidence. In many parts of the world, the shift away from cash is undeniable. Countries like Sweden are leading the charge, where some businesses have gone completely cashless. You literally can't use cash there. China has leapfrogged card payments and gone straight to mobile, with apps like Alipay and WeChat Pay dominating daily transactions. Even here, think about how your own habits have changed. From contactless payments to services like Apple Pay and Google Pay, convenience is king. Digital payments are fast, they're easy to track, and let's be honest, you don't have to worry about carrying a bulky wallet or getting the right change. The pandemic only accelerated this trend, pushing more people and businesses towards contactless options for safety and hygiene. So, if you just look at these trends, it seems like an open and shut case. Cash is on its way out, right? Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. Despite the digital wave, cash is proving to be surprisingly resilient. Believe it or not, the amount of physical currency in circulation in many major economies, including the United States, has actually been increasing. So, what's going on? For one, cash is still the only truly anonymous way to pay for something. In an age of data tracking, where every digital transaction leaves a footprint, cash offers a level of privacy that no digital alternative can match. This isn't just for people trying to hide something. It's a fundamental aspect of personal freedom for many. Think about it. Do you really want a corporation or government to have a record of every single purchase you make? For many, the answer is a firm no. Cash provides that off-the-grid option. Furthermore, cash is essential for financial inclusion. Billions of people around the world are unbanked or underbanked, meaning they don't have access to traditional banking services. For them, cash isn't a choice, it's a necessity. It's how they buy food, pay for shelter, and participate in the local economy. A completely cashless society could inadvertently exclude these vulnerable populations, creating an even wider gap between the digital haves and have-nots. Imagine not being able to buy groceries because you don't have a smartphone or a bank account. That's the reality a cashless world could create for millions. Cash is also a lifeline during emergencies. When power grids go down, when internet connections fail, or when banking systems are hit by a cyberattack, digital payments become useless. Cash, on the other hand, still works. It's a reliable backup that ensures society can continue to function even when technology fails us. It's the ultimate analog fallback in an increasingly digital world. Now, let's talk about the new kid on the block, cryptocurrency. When people talk about the end of cash, names like Bitcoin and Ethereum always come up. Aren't these the ultimate digital replacements for physical money? On the surface, it seems plausible. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized, meaning they aren't controlled by any single bank or government, which is a big part of their appeal. They offer the potential for fast, low-cost international transfers and have a certain cool factor that's attracting a new generation of users. However, the road to crypto replacing cash is a very, very long one. The biggest hurdle right now is volatility. The value of most cryptocurrencies can swing wildly in a single day. Imagine buying a coffee for what you think is $3, but by the time the transaction goes through, its value has dropped to $2 or shot up to $5. That level of instability makes it impractical for everyday use as a currency. People need their money to have a stable value. Then there's the issue of scalability and user-friendliness. Major crypto networks can be slow and expensive to use during peak times. The process of setting up a wallet and securely managing your private keys is still far too complex for the average person. We've all heard horror stories of people losing millions of dollars because they forgot a password or lost a hard drive. Until using crypto becomes as simple and intuitive as tapping a card, it won't be a viable replacement for the simplicity of cash for the vast majority of the population. Finally, governments and central banks are starting to enter the game with their own digital currencies. Known as CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. These would be a digital version of a country's official currency, like a digital dollar or a digital euro. They would offer the efficiency of a digital payment with the stability and backing of a central bank. This could be the real competitor to cash, but it also brings up those same questions about privacy and government oversight. Would you be comfortable with a government having direct access to your spending ledger? It's a debate that's just getting started. So, what does the future of money really look like? Is cash dying? The answer is no, but its role is definitely changing. We are not heading towards a single, cashless future, but rather a more complex monetary ecosystem. Cash will likely evolve from being a primary means of transaction to a more specialized tool. It will remain vital for privacy, for financial inclusion, and as a crucial backup system in times of crisis. Think of it less as the daily workhorse and more as the ultimate store of value and the fail-safe for our financial system. At the same time, digital payments will continue to dominate our daily lives, offering unparalleled convenience. We'll see a mix of payment options coexisting. You might use your phone to pay for your morning train ticket, a credit card for your online shopping, and still use cash to buy produce at a local farmer's market or to give your niece a birthday gift. The future isn't about one form of money replacing another, but about having a diverse range of tools for different needs. The rise of digital currencies, whether decentralized cryptocurrencies or government-backed CBDCs, will add another layer to this ecosystem. They might find their niche in international transfers, smart contracts, or specific digital economies, but they are unlikely to make cash obsolete anytime soon. The key takeaway is this: the story of money has always been one of evolution, not revolution. From bartering shells to minting coins, from printing paper money to swiping plastic cards, we've always adopted new technologies without completely abandoning the old ones. Cash has been with us for thousands of years in one form or another, and it has a staying power that's easy to underestimate. It's simple, it's reliable, and it's private. Those are powerful features that technology will struggle to replicate entirely. So, no, cash isn't on its deathbed. It's simply adapting to a new world, finding its new, but still incredibly important, place in the future of money. What do you think? Are you ready to go completely cashless? Or do you think physical money will always have a place? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the topics that are shaping our world. I'll see you in the next one.